folding rack. So folding it into the wall can be easier. You just take off the pull-up bar by removing the pins. If you're short, you want to be on a little step. Then remove the pins that are holding it together. Put the J-cups so they're on the inside. And then you just give it a little bit of a lift and it will just move in absolutely easily. Boom, into the wall. Same with the second one, a little bit of a lift. Turn in. And look how flat that is onto the wall. It's just so smooth, barely takes up any room at all.
That's level.
So excuse my dirty wall, but this is how the rack goes onto the wall. So these are Thunderbolts, and another Thunderbolt in there. So 3 there, and then 1, 2, 3 on this side. And there's a mount on the top and a mount on the bottom. Then the rack is also held together with this pull-up bar. You've got a bolt here. Be careful not to over tighten it because it needs this little gap here. And then you've got this drop-in pin there. You pop that out and then the rack will fold in. The rack also comes with a set of J-cups. These ones are particularly nice. You got the plastic on the inside there to protect your barbell. You've also got an Allen key to unscrew these if you need to. And there's also plastic on the inside to protect your rack. That's a 16mm hole. The rack itself is a 60 by 60 with a 16mm hole. You got some numbers mounted on the side. And then the holes on the front here come down into this west side hole spacing, which is a lot closer together. So we've been playing about with the rack in the gym and it's really sturdy and it can hold the weight. Those Thunderbolts hold an insane amount of poundage. If I can find the screenshot of where I bought them, I'll show you what they hold. Also, it's screwed onto the wall, but these posts go into the ground. Well, they don't go into the ground, they go onto the ground. So they're stable on the ground. So when you've got weight here in the front, the force is going straight into the ground. Now, because it is a movable rack, you're gonna get a bit of movement. If you do that rattling, just a little bit of back and forth. But look, my hand's hardly moving. And a little bit of side to side. But these double pins here lock that beautifully into place. And then you've got the pull-up bar on the top that holds the whole thing really stable. I'm absolutely in love with this rack. I think it's absolutely amazing. There are a couple of downsides that I would say. So first one is here. So if you're exceptionally tall and you need to have the J-cup here, you're gonna get into trouble there. You're not gonna have it there. This is the highest you can have the J-cup. So if you're a good bit taller than me, you're gonna be in trouble. That's gonna be in the wrong place for you. The second thing I don't like is these side beams here don't have any holes in the top. So if you're wanting to slot something in there for storage, you can't do that. They've only got holes on the side, but I don't think that's a game changer. The other thing is the mounting it onto the wall. I'm lucky, I've got a nice strong brick wall here. We've got the Thunderbolts in there holding it on, which is exceptional, it's really good, but maybe you're in a wooden garage or you've just got a kind of plasterboard wall. I don't think that's gonna be strong enough. It really needs to go into a brick wall. The great thing with this rack is it's the M3 Mirafit rack, so it will be compatible with all the M3 Mirafit rack attachments, like these squatting arms, your spotting arms, jammer arms, pins, Nordic drop attachment, flat up against the wall. You can also use it to help store some of your rack attachments like the spotter arms and the squatting handles. Now, if you do have these spotter arms, they're sold separately. They will clear the wall, but you won't be able to take it off. So you have to take it off before you move the rack. Just something to point out. So the rack comes in 2 different heights, but if you get the taller one, then you can put the spotter arm and set up this sort of station on it. It's a 20 centimeter difference, so the other one comes to about here. So if you've got height problems in your garage, you'll need the smaller one, but otherwise I would probably just spend a little bit extra money and get the taller one because you're gonna get more features and more uses out of it. There's so many possibilities with the Mirafit folding rack. I mean, if you've got a small unit or a small garage gym, then it's ideal for that. Even if you have room for a permanent rack, even just closing up to put your car away for the winter or things like that, or popping out the rack. I think even just if you want floor space to practice some other movements, like maybe you do martial arts class and you don't want to be kicking the rack, you can just fold away the rack. It's so useful. If you've got a PT studio like this, then it's also really ideal because it's nice and strong. It's going to be strong enough for what you need, but then you can close it and you can rent out your PT space for, say, a yoga or a Pilates studio, and then you fold the racks out. Really useful. To conclude, the Mirafit folding rack is freaking awesome, and if you're looking for something to save space in your gym, this is an absolute winner.